Welcome to Your Story, Our Strategy. In today's episode, the first full episode of the show, we're focusing on a topic that's becoming increasingly important in the digital age: telling your brand story through video. With video content accounting for over 80% of internet traffic, it is clear that it's a medium that cannot be ignored. But how do you create a video that effectively communicates your brand message and connects with your audience? What even is a brand message? How do I write a brand story? That's what we're here to help with. In this episode, I'll be sharing expert tips and strategies for crafting a compelling brand story through video and guiding you on your journey to create effective, engaging content. So let's dive in.
Get ready to elevate your video marketing game with Your Story, Our Strategy, the video marketing podcast with Ryan Slazner. Ryan, the owner and founder of ARC Branding, is on a mission to help businesses captivate their target audience through video. In each episode, Ryan will share his expertise on the importance of video marketing and provide actionable tips to help you succeed. Whether you're a small business owner, marketer, or creative, this podcast is your ultimate guide to video marketing success. Tune in and discover how your story plus our strategy can bring your vision to life.
Before we can move much further, we need to define what a brand story actually is. A brand story is a narrative that communicates the value, purpose, and personality of a brand to its target audience. It's the emotional connection that a brand creates with its customers, and it's the way it differentiates itself from competitors. A brand story should be authentic, memorable, and relevant to the audience, and it should be told consistently across all marketing channels. The goal of a brand story is to evoke emotion and to build a strong, lasting relationship with the customers. Now that we've defined and understand what a brand story is, the next logical question would be, so how do I develop mine? Here's a simple step-by-step outline of some tips that you can use. Number one, and most obviously, know your brand. Start by understanding your brand's values, mission, and personality. Ask yourself what makes your brand unique and what sets it apart from others in your market. Number two is understand your audience. Who are your target customers? What are their needs and desires? What are their pain points, and how can your brand solve them? Step three, look at your history. What is the history of your brand? How did it start? And what challenges has it overcome? Number four, highlight your brand differentiators. What are the unique aspects of your products or services that set you apart from your competitors? Some examples of this could be your quality, your innovation, your customer service, or providing a more personalized and customized service or solution. Step five is to emphasize your brand values. What are the core values that drive your brand, and what impact do they have on your customers? Things like honesty, transparency, being customer-focused, serving your community, or even something like fun and playfulness, bringing joy and levity to your customers' lives. Number six, and finally, using storytelling techniques. Turn your brand story into a compelling narrative by using storytelling techniques like character development, conflict resolution, and emotional appeals. So now that you know what a brand story is and you've got a jump start on developing your own, how do you apply it specifically to video? Here's just a handful of examples for you. First, and maybe the easiest one of all of these, is customer testimonials. Showcase real customers sharing their positive experiences with your brand to create an emotional connection with your target audience. Number two is behind-the-scenes content. Give your audience a glimpse into the process and the people behind your brand to humanize your business and to build trust. Number three would be product demos, showing off your products or services in action to highlight their unique features and benefits. Number four, and probably the most common, is brand films. Creating a long-form brand film that tells the story of your brand, its history, and its impact on customers and the world. Number five, threw in here because I thought it was kind of unique and something that's not really often thought of, is influencer collaborations. You can partner with influencers who share similar values to your brand and who have a following that aligns with your target audience. Now, when I say influencers, that can of course be social media influencers, or you can think simply influential people in your city, state, or region. A quick caveat here that I feel the need to mention at this point is two things that are absolutely vital to the success of your brand are authenticity and consistency. Your brand story should be true to your brand's values and mission and should accurately reflect the experiences of your customers. You'd be surprised at how easily people can sniff out inauthentic brand stories, and they are less likely to trust a brand name that comes across as fake or misleading. Consistency is also important because it reinforces your brand's message. If your brand story is consistent across all touch points, from your website to your social media channels to your customer interactions, your target audience will easily be able to recognize and remember your brand. By combining authenticity and consistency, you create a strong and memorable brand story that differentiates you from your competitors and connects you with your target audience on a deeper level. This week's episode is brought to you by our friends at Parker Inspections. Are you looking for a reliable inspector for your residential or commercial property? Look no further than Parker Inspections. With their attention to detail, you can have peace of mind knowing that your property or the property you're hoping to buy is in tip-top shape. And not only that, they bring a slice of excitement to every property they inspect. So next time you need an inspection, remember Parker Inspections, where pies and inspections just make sense. Find them today at Parker Inspections Kansas on Instagram or give them a call at 785-235-0169. Before we dive back into the meat of the episode, one thing I want to do each week is provide you with additional resources of places you can go to learn more about the topic at hand. Whether it be a book, an article, or even a YouTube video, today's recommendation was very easy for me. It's Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. There's not a book I've read that is more practical, actionable, and helpful for discovering and building out your brand story. Check it out. Now let's get back to the show. Wanted to give you guys a couple examples of some very successful brand storytelling video campaigns that stood out to me, just so you have a point of reference. One that came to mind was Old Spice's "The Man Your Man Could Smell Like" campaign. Now, as a man, this campaign was particularly interesting. It used humor to tell the story of a confident and charming man who used Old Spice products to smell great and to win the hearts of women everywhere. This campaign revitalized the Old Spice brand. Another one was Coke's Share a Coke campaign. This campaign told the story of the joy of sharing a Coke with friends and loved ones. Videos featured friends and family enjoying Coke products together, accompanied by a catchy song encouraging people to share a Coke with the ones they loved. And of course, as a sports nut, Nike's Just Do It campaign stands out to me. This iconic campaign leveraged the power of storytelling to connect with athletes and inspire them to push their limits. The iconic Just Do It slogan and its accompanying videos showcase the grit, determination, and resilience of athletes from all walks of life. What stands out to me about each of these videos, and what made them so successful, is that they weren't just selling a product. They were selling a lifestyle. The person you could be if you added their products to your life. With Old Spice, you could be the kind of man that lands all the ladies. With Coke, you could have meaningful relationships full of depth and love. And with Nike, you could push beyond your boundaries to achieve greatness if you simply chose to just do it. So this all sounds great, but what does it practically look like? What are some specific elements needed to create captivating video using storytelling? We'll go into more detail on this in future episodes, but to start, here's just two key ingredients for you to think about: visuals and sound. Engaging visuals and sound are critical components of storytelling through video. Visual, including images, animation, and graphics, help to create a visual representation of your brand story making it easier for your target audience to understand and remember. Sound, including music, voiceovers, and sound effects, enhances the emotional impact of your brand story by adding an extra layer of meaning and atmosphere. When visuals and sound are used effectively, they can create a powerful and memorable brand experience that leaves a lasting impression on your audience. Your visuals should be eye-catching, relevant, and in line with your brand's overall aesthetic. They should also support the story being told and add to its impact. Now, sound, on the other hand, should be carefully selected and used to enhance the mood and the tone of the story. It should be used to create a sense of drama, suspense, or humor, depending on the type of story being told. And I'll tell you, just as a personal note, one of the longest parts of a video project for me is listening to dozens or even hundreds of sound effects and music beds to find the one that fits this video best. But it's so incredibly important, and it can really make all the difference. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you found value in this, please rate, review, and share this podcast with friends. And sticking with today's theme of one of our successful video campaign examples, just do it. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions, problems you're having, if you're looking for a video professional to help your brand out, or if you just want to connect. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of Your Story, Our Strategy, the video marketing podcast with Ryan Slazner. Join us next time as we continue to explore the world of video marketing and help you captivate your target audience. But before we go, make sure to follow Ryan and the team at Arc Branding on social media at ArcMyBrand. Visit arcmybrand.com to learn more about their videography services and connect with Ryan on LinkedIn or via email at ryan@arcmybrand.com. With Your Story and Our Strategy, success isn't just a goal, it's a reality.